No, let's flip that. Lens looks a little dirty to me. How about that? Just getting everything situated here. Let's see. Just getting everything situated. Let's see here. Grab one of these. Let's see if I can be smart and figure out how to do technology, right? Let's see. Let's see if this works. Live chat. Hopefully this works. You give everybody a few minutes to trickle in, because I got some stuff I want to talk about. Everything look good? Does everything sound good? Let me know in the comments, in the live chat. Tell me if everything sounds good, looks good, audio visual wise. I keep looking over there. I got a second screen technology, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is going to show it. Does somebody in the chat that's watching hit something in the chat so I can see if everything's good? Okay, cool. A little bit of a delay, huh? A little bit of a delay. Everything's good. What's up, John B? What's going on with you? Tell me what's new in the world of up there in the where is it? Yeah, Forsyth. Tell me what's going on up there, big dog. Y'all getting the same kind of weather down here? It's 63 and nice. Heck, I might even do the other camera. Let me see how that looks. Staying warm, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see if this other one works. Let's see if I can do this. Am I backwards? Are my letters backwards? 53. Woo, you got 10 degrees less than me. Let's see. If it's backwards, I might not rock it. Oh no, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take that every day. Because you know, like when you use the front cam, like your letters are backwards, like you're looking in the mirror, like it's 2007 and you're using your phone, you're like taking a selfie. You're trying to get the light to not flash in the mirror. The letters in your shirt are backwards. So then if that works, then let's put some royalty-free background tunes, huh? Let's see. I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. A whole bunch. Just waiting on everybody to trickle in. We got 4 people in here. Oh, let me get. I'm not trying to put my finger in your face. That was bad. That was a bad idea. There's a bunch of controls on the side there, and I was like, oh, let me see what this does. And yeah, that was a bad move. Ace of base. Yeah, oh man, I wish we'd get taken down so quick, man. You know, there's I'm using another like little device here. It's not little, it's a big old freaking TV. Luke says hi. Hey, you flown the drone anymore? You know, I haven't. We have a fishing trip this weekend coming up, so I need to charge the batteries. We're going fishing Saturday. It's a big fishing day. Vincent's super excited. So we're gonna do some fishing. I figured maybe I should take it out there and get some sick drone shots, you know? So that's gonna be a plan there. Go for a day and hang out and chill. Beach is always nice. Let's see here. So there's 4 people here. Pretty popular. Thank you for tuning in, 4 people. Excited. What's that? Beach what? Let me see. How do I see that? Beach fishing. Which one? American Beach. American Beach. That'll be the beach that I'll be going to. Pretty nice little quiet drive on beach. I'm not gonna be driving on it. I don't wanna get that truck stuck. I'm taking the family car. I'd rather do that than have to call a tow truck. You know, it was a long time ago. I had a little single cab. It was an 07 single cab Silverado, 2-wheel drive. First mistake. And I didn't have what you say 4-wheel drive, but I had like terra clappers on it, big mud tires. And I was like, oh yeah, I can be on the beach. It's no problem, right? No, the moment I pulled off the hard pack and into that soft, because you go from the hard pack drive into like the soft stuff and then back on the hard pack. As soon as I came off of that, the truck just sank, and it was over. Like, it went no more about it. I was just done. So that was and I was I'm prideful, so I'm trying to get the truck out and trying to dig it out or whatever. My old lady's like, you know, we could just call like somebody or whatever. No, at first, I'm gonna give her credit. She tried to help me out with it. You know what I mean? Like, trying to dig it out, and then she could see that I was like trying to be Joe Cool about it, not embarrass nobody. Let's see, what does this say? Something wrong with the comments. They're all like weird. We'll take his 1992 Z28 on the beach. Oh yeah. Yeah, so like the truck was a bad idea. Like, I should have never took it out there. And then finally I called AAA and they were like, hey, we can get you out or whatever. And then the guy showed up and he was like, oh man, you're 10 feet or more off the road. I'm not allowed to like tow you out of here. Tried to impress. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I wasn't trying to impress my lady, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to impress, and the only thing I impressed was the frame of the truck into the sand. I mean, it was framed out, bottomed out. There wasn't no digging it out. So I called a tow truck, and it was like $150 to get me pulled out of there. And that was after like 2 or 3 hours of like trying to dig it out myself with like thrown out beach chairs. You know, people, you go to the beach and people leave beach chairs sitting on the side or whatever. They don't want to take it with them, or they're broke and they just put them in the dumpster. Well, I was grabbing stuff out of there to try and dig it out, and it didn't work. So I paid the piper that day. Definitely paid up. So what's everybody doing? It's a Wednesday night. I wanted to try something different. Go live tonight instead of doing an actual video yesterday and today. I felt like if this is a a popular thing, or it gives you guys a chance to chit chat back and forth, we could do something. We had a group of guys lift the rear of the truck while I pulled them out. Yeah, if I had like some help, I probably could have got her out of there, but it was just me, myself, and I was trying to be Mr. Hero, so it didn't work out too well for me. But like I said, if I can start this, and this maybe could be a thing, so maybe like we have Wednesdays would just be a live stream day. That would be cool. We could do that, live stream for a little bit, and you guys get a chance to ask some questions if you wanted to ask about the car or guitars or whatever, racing in general, or just whatever you want to talk about. I have some topics I want to talk about today. I'd like to talk about future plans on the car. I'd like to talk about what the end goal would be. I'd like to talk about, let's see, what is this? She was buried. Yeah, it was buried. There wasn't no getting out. I'd imagine that Z28 got stuck pretty good too. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. We're talking about the car, plans. I want to talk about classes for competition with this thing. It's weird to say competition and this thing, because there's so many. That's another thing I want to talk about. The big dogs versus the average Joe. And then I'll talk about some racing events that are coming up. As far as like what's going on with that and in the racing world and stuff. Some events that I'll go to that you could see me at, and you guys can come by and we can hang out and go to the concession stand and break my diet. So that would be cool. There's a bunch of stuff coming up. I think the very next event that's coming up, that's in like Southeast United States, which is where we are. Let's see. Oh man, it's the comments are like, the letters all like blurred together. Let me see. Mini tub soon. It's something like the letters are jumbled together and it says mini tub. Let me see if I can turn live chat. All messages are visible. Oh, that's weird. Top chat, some messages, none, hide all chat. Yeah, live chat. So like the letters are like compressed. I wonder why. Maybe I can just like unzoom it or something. No, that doesn't work. Doesn't do anything to help the chat feed. It's very interesting. So I can't take a screenshot of that while I'm talking to you guys, but it's something. So, but yeah, mini tub, looks like mini tub soon. I'm assuming you're talking about this one, mini tub in the back. Yeah, I wouldn't be against a mini tub, get a stronger rear end. This still has the factory 10 bolt 343. I don't know, it's torsion. It's not Auburn, it's torsion. Let me see. I can't see it. Let me bring it up on the main TV, the teleprompter, and then see if I could, because I was gonna put like a little background tunes or whatever, but if it's not gonna do that, then I'll just read it down here. I'm okay with a little bit of a delay as long as I can see everything. Let's see, successfully connected, live chat, there we go. Yeah, so the next comment, if it pops up, it'll be on the TV, on the teleprompter down here, addressing the people. YouTube's gonna get crazy this year. It's a election year. So yeah, so let's see what happens and pops up. So yeah, there's some events coming up. There's my new remote holder. Sick Week's coming up. That's, if you're not familiar, you guys are not familiar with Sick Week. Sick Week is a drag and drive, so drag race and drive your car event. And they go from city to city on a predetermined route. Then you race your car. So like you go, and the idea is you try to compete in your class and you hand in the best time slip of the day or whatever. They have a whole bunch of other little classes, like dial your time in. So like if you're in like the 10-second group, you'll like try to get 10 index and all that. But the really cool class that I liked that they had that was very competitive, like anybody could do basically, as long as your car is like safe, was the, oh, I don't know, remember what they call it, but it's where they'll pick two random numbers, right? And let's say they'll pick 43. So if they pick 43, the person that's closest to blank 0.43 in their time slip wins that day. And then like the winner of the most days or whatever wins that class. So let's say you have a slow daily driver, like 15-second car. I had one. I had an Integra that was a 15 flat all day. Matter of fact, my homeboy and I, we used to go to Gainesville, and I used to bracket race it. That was like 15 flat consistently. I actually made it to the finals. I got beat out because I missed a gear. So, but anyway, yeah. So like, if you have a 15 flat car, right, and your time, the numbers for that day is 43. So you would have to run as close as you can to like a 15:43, not like, you know, it doesn't matter. You could run a 20:43. As long as you ran a 0.4300, you won that day. So that's a pretty cool class that anybody can compete. A fast car can compete in, a slow car can compete in, and I think that's pretty cool that they do that. It's very aggressive though. Tyler, my man. How's it going, Tyler? I haven't seen you in a minute. Are you still at the computer place? Car's looking good. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's coming along, man. It is coming along little by little. That's what, that's what I try to do. Piece it together. Okay, so you're not at the computer place anymore. All right, I got you. Sometimes you got to do what's best and move on, you know, bigger and better. So I support it 100%. But yeah, the sick week's coming up. Now they run from like Orlando to Bradenton to Gainesville, and if they're working in Gainesville, the church, and on the side. Okay, that's what's up. Good. Always good to stay busy, keep moving forward, making progress. But yeah, they go like on a predetermined route or whatnot, and eventually they come back and they rate has the best times or whatever. So the closest one to me is South Georgia Motorsports Park. It's on a Thursday, like the day that they come and they race. And I don't want to miss, like, I'd love to take my little man with me because he loves, like, he's a sick week fan. Like, a long time, it was like the first sick week when it came through my little hometown in Florida. There was tons of cars coming by, and my buddy has a ATV, like, race shop, like a pretty big race shop. It's called Walsh Racecraft. And Mike, he was like, hey, I saw some cars. I was like, yeah, there's a bunch of cars coming through from sick week, hot rods and all this other stuff, drag cars. So he was like, yeah, let's set up in front of my shop. So we set up and we're watching and hanging out. And my son had a sign that said, do a burnout. Got to find the date it comes. Yeah, it's this coming week. It starts on Monday, ends on Friday. So Thursday, they'll be at SGMP, South Georgia Motorsports Park. And then Friday, they'll be in Orlando. I won't be at the one in SGMP, because like I said, if I go to that, he's such a fan, I would feel bad if I went and he didn't. Plus next weekend is Lights Out. Lights Out 15. That's a cool race. Now that race right there, that's a big deal. I mean, you've got Pro 275, they got a new class, it's called Streetcar Bragging Rights. There's never been a quarter-mile race at a Duck X Productions race event, ever. This is gonna be the first time there's gonna be a quarter-mile race. And it's basically, Streetcar Bragging Rights, it's basically like an all-steel, all-glass category. You have to have front glass windshield. I don't have it. You have to have rear glass and side glass. They do allow Lexan for like trucks, just because of the cage and safety reasons or whatever. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to drive at the event. I can sit here and pretend, but that's okay. I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go and watch and check out some cars. It's Saturday, February 20. It's not even next weekend. I'm tripping. My bad. I think it's the 24th. I think it's the last Saturday. It couldn't be the last Saturday because it's a leap year. We have 29 days in February. It's I think it's the 24th. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Lights Out 15, they got a bunch of cool classes. I mean, you got Pro 275, not enough bass with that. Oh, yeah. No turbo yet. No turbo yet. So it'll be an all motor. It's an all motor build so far. But yeah, Lights Out's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So here's the cool thing I like about Lights Out. So there's no like big tire stuff. There's no like big slicks or anything. It's all like radio. Like there's gonna be Radio versus the World. There's an Ultra Street, Pro 275, like I talked about. And then there's the streetcar bragging rights, which I really want to see that. I'm a quarter mile dude. I like quarter mile stuff. You know, 8th mile is awesome, but 8th mile is big money, and to compete in 8th mile, I think the budget is like up there. But quarter mile stuff, yeah, it's doable. There's a lot of streetcar shootout stuff that can be done and with this build, with this level of a build, for sure. Even as it sits, with no power adder, just all motor, there's tons of stuff that can be done. It's not too far into like heavy, like tube chassis type classes and stuff like that, but I think the car is in a competitive state, if you will. No, not like for the build, like it's done, ready to compete. I mean, like it's once it's done as all motor, it can compete healthy. So maybe like I'd say it'd be like a 10 index car, 10 flat. Then I'm guessing. I know there's a Rob Burnett or something, drag racing, quarter mile, 8th mile calculator. I've always used it. It's on the internet. But you can punch in what the car weighs, what you have for horsepower either at the crank or at the wheel. And it will tell you based on weight and that and whatnot, what it would run in the 8th, 60, quarter mile and all that stuff. So it would be pretty competitive, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait for this thing to make some noise. But yeah, Lights Out 15. It's at South Georgia Motorsports Park in Adel, Georgia. It's Saturday, I believe the weekend of the 24th, here, February coming up. I will be there, so if you see me, I'll probably be wearing either this shirt or another style, like pimp shirt. Link down below. No, there's no link down below. You just go to hossgarage.com and you can get it. But I'll be there, and if you see me, say hi. It'll be cool to hang out, and we'll go check out some vendors or something, or wash some cars, and get some. They'll spray fuel in the air, and our eyes will be burning together. So we're already itching about it already. That's one cool thing I like about South Georgia Motorsports Park. You can get right there at the action. Like you can be right there on the line. You know, there's not very many tracks to do that. Gainesville Raceway in Gainesville, the Gator Nationals place or whatever. Nope, forget it. You can't do that. One of my coworkers is restoring a Nova. I showed him your channel. He's anxious to see it run. Me too. Me too. Him and I both. Let's see. BJ Savage, they need you at Quick Lane. They need me at Quick Lane. Sheesh. What did Tony Stark say at the end when not the Quick Lane. No, what did Tony Stark say at the end when what's his name, man? Samuel Jackson. What's his name? What did he play? Well, anyway, the character Samuel Jackson plays, he goes up to him and he's like, hey, we'd like to whatever. And Tony's like, he shook his hand and said, sorry, you can't afford me. And, so that's where I'm at. Like, I can't, there's a Quick Lane here. They were really, I took the car to the Quick Lane for an oil change, to my wife's car, because I didn't feel like crawling underneath it in the dirt, because this thing's on jack stands. So, yeah, they were cool though. $20. I brought my own oil and oil filter, and they did it for $20. They were cool too. They were cool as a fan. It's right by like a big Navy base or whatever. So I hate dudes falling off. It's right by a Navy base or whatever. So there's a bunch of like guys, younger kids there. They had like Subarus. Like one guy with a Subaru was probably blown up. There's a guy. There's an FRS there. There was a guy with a Challenger. I mean, there's typical. So the area I'm in, okay. So they have car meets on like Thursdays and Saturdays, right? Thursdays is at Harbor Freight, which I think is ideal. You can go get something while you're there. And then the second one's at, I don't know. I haven't been to it. But I went to Harbor Freight one night to go get some stuff on a Thursday. And I came out of the Harbor Freight. I guess it was when I got there, it was daytime. When I came out, it was nighttime. So, it was a bad day. Came out and I looked. Oh, no. I was with my old lady. She was cool. We went to Ollie's and stuff like that. It's just like a little like bargain store. It was cool. So I go there, whatever. We come out. And there's a bunch of cars. Hey, what's good, man? It's Dano. I saw your upgraded Mopar or no car Chariot, man. That thing is cherry. I love it. The color looks awesome. I'm very happy for you. That's a cool car. You should come up. You should come up to Lights Out at South Georgia Motorsports Park if you're off. I don't know where you've ended up, but if you're still close, they're still doing the shows on Fridays at Hardee's. Yeah. I know they have like the old school Corvettes and stuff like that. They do that here, I think. I think they do it at like Denny's or something like that. Yeah, Dan, you should come. You'd love it. So my uncle's not running his truck. My uncle-in-law or whatnot want to help me put a 383 in the Chevy. So I'm probably not the best guy to ask because the last time I put a Chevy motor in something, I never finished it. It's still here. But if you need help, of course, I'm more than happy to help. You already know. I know my buddy was getting a truck ready for a turkey rod run, and he was like, "Hey, can you like help me out, like knock some things out?" I was like, "Say less." Went straight over there. Knocked out a whole bunch of stuff, and I think he actually got the truck there. He might have towed it there, but it was running. It was running. I'll put a little clip of it. I can't put a little clip of it in this. This is a live stream. I'll do it in the next video or something. Just remind me. A little comment down below. I'll post it on Instagram. That's what I'll do. I'll post it over there on Instagram and I'll tag him in it. He's cool. He's an old school Chevy dude as well. But yeah. So Dan, you should come out. You'd love it, man. My uncle-in-law's not running his truck. It's still getting finished up. But like I said, you can get right there at the staging lane, and the cars will just be spitting out fuel out the exhaust pipe, and you're getting soaked and stuff. And it's awesome. Food's good, too. They got food trucks. The merch is decently priced. Like, when I go, I can't wait for Lights Out. I can't wait for No Mercy in October, because whenever I go to that track, I know Motion Raceworks is going to be there, and I know they got a $10 holler box. All right, I'll see what's going on with work. Yes, please do. I'll be in the next town over from your work the night before, staying at family, and then I'm going in the morning. So, yeah, just let me know what's up. You hit me on the bat phone or the messenger. So, but yeah. So you can go right there. The food's good, and then Motion Racers got that $10 holler box where they got T-shirts that are like they have 3X and 2X and 4X and smalls and like stuff that like hasn't like sold, and they're discontinuing them, and it's $10, man. So I'm like, yeah, I can get T-shirts for $10. Yeah, I'm in all day long. So $10 T-shirts. If you put that outside, you got me. I'm a sucker for that. But yeah. So Lights Out is cool, man. They got good food. I know Pro Charger was there last year. Pro Charger was there. They had the 6.2 liter. They had the world's first Pro Charged 6.2 liter Corvette, a C8 or whatever the heck they got. They got C Banana 4287, whatever they got going on now. I want that HOSS garage shirt for $10. Yeah, you know what? Wish granted. So I'll message you discount code. I got you. It won't be like this one though. This is an old design. I have some other ones that have like I'll make something different. I'll putt around with that on the computer tomorrow, and I'll make a cool design. But I I have a bunch of shirts on there. I got cool shorts, like swim shorts for the summer. They have like the HOSS Garage on like one leg, kind of like an MMA fighter type style, short or whatever. It's not like all over printed, so it's just on like the bottom part of the short. I got slides, old school, the OG Puerto Rican slides. You know what I'm talking about? The New York. You know what I'm saying? I got those slides that match in all different colorways and everything. I got the Gator Blue on there. I mean, there's Crimson on there. There's nothing from Alabama on there. I'm sorry. I got University of Miami color themes on there. I got Dolphin themes on it. You name it, it's on there. The colorways on there. But yeah, it's coming out. Only a few people have bought stuff off there, and all the money goes to that. So you can see how much I've purchased for it, which is I bought some brake clean today, so that's good. But yeah, man, lights out. If you haven't ever been, I highly recommend it. I've never had a bad time there. It's always been a lot of fun, and you can network too. You can meet people and stuff. Like I remember I was in the staging lanes last time I was there, and I was watching Uncle Ray run his truck. He's got a fast truck. I mean, like it's okay. So story time. I was over here working on my stuff or whatever. Or no, it was Thanksgiving, and he came over or whatever, and he was looking at the car, right? And it was like this. Hold on. Let me do some modifications here. Hold on. He's walking around. He's looking at it like this, and he's got his hands crossed like this or whatever, and he's looking at it, and I'm sitting here going, sweating bullets, because this guy's got, I think he's got like 32 or something, some ungodly, like 3,200 or 3,000. It's something high horsepower to the crank on his build. And then he's putting down like 2,600 to the wheels. And this isn't like Fast and Furious joke around, like exaggeration, don't know what I'm talking about. You can actually look, I think who talked about it? Pete Harrell. His channel is called Real Good at Doing Stuff on YouTube. And Pete works with him, obviously. And he was doing the breakdown and analysis of a wheelie in a drag race. And he was talking about traction control and power curve control and things like that in his video. He's extremely smart. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. There's a reason why Lyle Barnett was like, hey, Cletus, check out my homie Pete. He knows a thing or two. So that's how that happened. If you didn't know, that's how that happened. So the guy knows his stuff. I mean, he's freaking genius. He's a great musician too. But he was on the video. He had a video on his channel where he was describing, he showed like the Holly screen. He was showing the power output and whatnot. And I saw the numbers, crank and wheel horsepower, and I was like, holy crap. So, like I said, he was looking at it, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, this guy's got 2,600 horsepower to the wheels, literally, like no joke, documented. And it won tons of events. He's looking at my car and I'm like, oh man, this is like when Michael Jordan comes over and he heard that you playing a pickup game of basketball, you're trying to be great. And he's just like over there watching you. So it was a little intimidating to say the least, but he's a cool dude, but he won't be running his truck. But like every time I've been, it's been a great experience. I've never had a bad time. So that's definitely an event to go to. And then they have one in October called No Mercy. And it's basically the same kind of cars or whatever, but the weather's different. So everything's a dynamic. You know how it is. I mean, the World Cup finals in Maryland, that's the city of, the state of make or break. Cars will be running great, and they'll go up there and they get a taste of that cold weather. It's so bad. This year, I don't know if it was like that last year, as far as this rule that I'm about to tell you goes, but this year they made it to where you had an oil down, you were warned, and the second oil down, you were disqualified. Gone. So I don't know if it's like that at most tracks. I haven't never competed like professionally or whatever. The extent of my drag racing experience is Wednesday night test and tune in front wheel drive cars. If that tells you anything. But I mean, I'm excited to do it in this. Matter of fact, back in the day when it had the 5.3 in it, I took it to the tuner that day. I took it to Jorge or George at JD Tuning. Is the videos in the playlist. I took the car. I took HOSS over there, and I was like, "Yo, let's tune up the car, da da da, whatever, whatever." I knew it had low oil pressure. Like I knew the 5.3 was going, but I wanted to squeeze some. I wanted to see what it was putting out, even though it was a little low. I didn't care. But we got some good numbers out of it, and I wanted to try it out. Yeah, my drag racing was trying to bark the tires in third gear of the Eggmobile. I remember that thing, man. I remember the Eggmobile. That thing was, that thing. I'll tell you what, that thing could get you from here to Orlando for 50 cents. It really could. That's a good, that was a good ride. Was it a Mitsubishi or something? What was that thing? I don't remember. Mitsubishi something. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so that's the extent of my drag racing experience. I have never really like super drag raced or anything like that. Yes, marketed as a Colt Vista. Yeah. I remember that thing. Marty, what's going on, Marty? Are you going to use the RSM tube front end? Yes. I don't have one, but I am gonna get one. I should have bought it during the Thanksgiving sale they had. They had one from like, I just wasn't in a good place to buy it. I had to make a choice, either buy the tube front end or buy the shear fab lid, this one. So I was like, you know what? I really wanted the lid because I wanted the motor to be sealed up. The only thing that's open on this motor is the throttle body and the headers at the bottom. That's it. So I wanted to seal it off, and I had just gotten the Holley manifold, so I wanted to complete it. But you know, they had a great sale on it. I think it was like priced it out with everything. It was like $550, and right now it's like $780. So, but yes, to answer your question, I will be using the Rock Solid Motorsports tube front. I think I used the thumbnail for this live stream. I took the front end, which is over there, and the front end on the F body, you can bolt the fenders to the front bumper and kind of make like a ghetto one piece. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of a hack, because not a hack in a bad way, like hacky and cheap, but I mean like, I think it's kind of like a workaround. You know, you say in NASCAR, like if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So there's classes where they say no fiberglass one end piece, no front end, no one piece front end. Well, that's technically not a one piece front end because you have two fenders and a bumper, right? But if you just happen to just bolt the fenders to the front bumper, you can pick up all three pieces and just drop the fenders on the fender line. You're done. You drop it on the rail. You one bolt up there. Actually, it's a little 10 millimeter nut down up there. A 10 millimeter bolt at the bottom, and you're done. Just put one on mine. You just put one on yours, and you absolutely love it. That's what's up, man. So I read that it comes pre-notched. Tell me how your experience was when you got it. Like, I've seen how they package it. It's pretty good packaging from what I've seen. But I've seen it's all pre-notched and stuff like that. Did you have any difficulties putting it together? Did you do your cut like this, where you have like the little bat wing, you left it open? I've seen a lot of people, they delete all of this and they just leave this, where is it? Because I'm doing everything like, you know what I mean, like inverted. They leave this one piece, but they get rid of all this box end here. So I don't know. I've seen people drill speed holes in them. They come from factory with a speed hole, big speed hole in it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna use. The Rock Solid Motors. They make good stuff, man. They make good stuff. And it's made here in America. You know, it's not like some companies where like they'll make stuff somewhere else, or they'll make their prototype or their master piece and they'll send it off to get made elsewhere and mass produced. Which, by all means, I get it. Some companies have to do that or whatever, but I'm a big fan of made here in America. You know what I'm saying? That's why my friend Mike, who has Walsh Racecraft, all his parts made right freaking there in the building. Like, I've literally worked there, I've been there, I've seen his operation. Everything's made right there. CNC HOSS machines. He's got that red dragon cutting pipe thing. I don't know much about it, but I know it's pretty cool to see it. You put tube stock in there, and it's cut. I think it cuts with water, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I saw a little quick video of it. But he has like CNC machines and stuff. I've been there. Yeah. Mike's a super awesome dude. Yes, went together perfectly. Good. I'm glad. I can't wait to have it. Why is he cutting tube stock? No, he makes a lot of chromoly tubing parts. Like he makes control arms for Yamaha YFZR whatever 450s. Like if it's ATV, if it's like four-wheeler like motocross style, like you know what I'm saying, like that professional stuff where they're zooming around, like he makes that stuff. Like I remember one time we were talking and he's like, I was like, dude, when did you know you hit like the big time or whatever? The customer service is very good. Yeah, I've called and talked to them a little bit. I've talked to RSM about some of their stuff, and they've always been really cool. They haven't rushed me to get off the phone or anything. But yeah, I was saying he's awesome. I was like, dude, when did you think you made it? And he's like, when I played what was it, ATV versus MTX on 360, and they called us. They were calling us about. He said they were calling him about using the Walsh name in the game because they're like the number one when it comes to like ATV stuff. I fixed the computer and didn't actually get anything cool though. They are awesome people. They are awesome people. Yeah. Mike, Nate, and all the guys there, Gordo and all of them. Or not Gordo, Mondo. I get Mondo and Gordo confused. Like Gordo's from PFI Speed and Mondo's from Walsh, so I get them confused. But it's a small world, man. So like, Mike's a big like drag racing dude. He's a big car guy. So it's pretty cool, man. Like it's cool when you meet somebody and you have like similar interests. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Goodness, I'm sitting here spinning some yarn. Golly. I'm using the treadmill as a stand for all my stuff, my water and everything. I still haven't organized that one piece. That's what I'm gonna do in the morning. I'm gonna come in here and organize all that stuff so I can put the treadmill like sideways like that. And I can put a TV up there because this TV that I have here, this monitor, let's use some tech savvy terms, my teleprompter. I'm gonna put that up there so I could watch, things that I'm interested in, watch reruns of racing, flow racing and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's about to be race season, and I'm excited to go watch and learn as much as I can. It'll be pretty embarrassing that I get out there with this and I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like I said, my experience from testing tunes and stuff like that, I mean, that's pretty much it. But the more I go and the more I learn. The more I watch, the more I learn. So, and you get to go, buy cool stuff there. I mean, they have deals on parts. Like I know Precision Turbo down like cheap. Like they had them like racing cheap because they was at the show. So how's my connection? Is it looking good? Let me know down there. Am I looking 8-bit Nintendo or am I looking Xbox PS5? How am I looking? I'm excited for you, bro. I don't know how much. Tyler says, I'm excited for you, bro. I don't know much about cars, but it's great seeing someone go after what they want. Just went 8-bit for a moment. Yeah, I know. So yeah, pull out the cartridge. You know what I mean? It's got the little red flashing light on the front. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It's not easy. It takes a lot away from other things. It's hard to find a balance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see car guys on YouTube and stuff. Oh my gosh. These Harbor Freight Icon chairs are not bad at all. But I had it like maxed all the way down, so I had no hydraulic. And I'm just basically sitting on a metal plate. So now I feel a lot better now. So yeah. like I said, it's hard to find a balance between, working on cars and coming out here, making time at the shop and, with family and whatnot. But it's not like you see on the internet, you see all these, the bigger YouTubers and stuff. And I'm not shooting jabs or nothing, but, you know, that's something else I wanted to talk about. It seems like a lot of the bigger channels, they're more like, hey, here's like a huge budget. And that's cool. Like, I get it, Man, good live chat, brother. That's what's up, Marty. Thank you for stopping by, bro. I appreciate you a lot. Believe me, I can post a video and it get 10 views, and I'm thankful for those 10 people that came by and checked it out and watched it for 2 minutes and was like, golly, this guy talks more than he works. No, I appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, I really do. Like I said, I try my best to put out good stuff and bring you guys along and hang out and come with the journey. I mean, I remember when I used to watch stuff, or I still watch stuff on I almost said TV. I still watch stuff on YouTube, and I'm like, dang, like I wish I could do that. Like it was a good example. Gold painting. For some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but there's this guy, he does gold painting on YouTube, and I watch it because I don't have neither the time nor the patience to go somewhere and gold pan and stuff like that. But it's cool, it's something I watch, But I watched other people make car stuff and do car stuff on the internet, and I wanted to do it too. Heard? Oh, the dude with the hat. So, you know what's crazy? I used to watch, it's Dan Hurd. That's his name. I used to watch him, and I stopped watching him because he got like really, I don't know, man. It kind of got like cookie cutter, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like throw jabs or nothing. I mean, I try not to be cookie cutter when I'm walking around Stacey David style or whatever. So like I said, I watch Clash. I watch Clash on there and stuff, but there's a lot of people that watch stuff and they want to do it and they can't. And I'm thankful to be able to take $7 from Harbor Freight and buy some discs and take away some nasty stuff off the window frame or whatever. Just anything I can do like involved with cars and stuff, I enjoy. So very happy to do that. Yeah, so yeah, we talked about live events that are coming up. Let's see what else we talked about. Sick Week. We talked about Lights Out. I'm definitely going to Lights Out. Plans for the car. So I take it day by day. You know what I mean? I come out and I like I said, make time for it, and I look at it and I'm like, what can I do to make progress? And it's not always about like, hey, I got this in the mail and I can do parts and whatever, but you can't be bolt-on poppy every day. You just can't. I mean, let's face it. If we could order stuff all day long from Summit and whoever and get it shipped to the door and just be bolting on parts all day long, I mean, that's fun, I guess, but, to me, I think building the car and doing stuff with it, whether it could be with parts or with just something simple, it's still rewarding. Like I can't tell you how good I felt. I mean, I was ecstatic to get that window frame as clean as I got it. And yes, I rubbed it down with I put a bunch of where is it? Where's the can? It's probably still in the car because I never put stuff back. I always use it and leave it out. But yeah, I put WD-40 all the way around it and it's ready for paint. I just wipe it down, clean it off with some mineral spirits, hit it with a little bit of cleaner, spray it, done. And then it's ready for the new windshield. Now, as far as like plans go, I'm not gonna buy a new windshield right off the bat. I loved how close you were to the glass before you took it out. Like when I was lifting it, or how close I was. Like, you mean close as in like, oh, I don't want to get rid of the glass, or like close like when I was picking it up? Because that was really sketchy. When I was picking it up, like I was like, I had the suction cup up there and I had like the little bungee cord and the bungee cord came off. And then I was like, all right, well, the camera's rolling. I don't want to look like complete moron before. Okay, oh yeah, before. Yeah, I don't want to look like a complete moron. I had that, what do I do? And I was like, you know what? Risk it for the biscuit. Just go ahead and grab it. And I probably should have worn some gloves, but I grabbed the whole windshield and out it came. So I think weighed 96 pounds. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of weight. And like I said, you know how long it takes me to run on a treadmill to get rid of 96 pounds? I know how long it takes me to get rid of 64 pounds. 6 weeks. I've done it before. Oh, speaking of which, I've been posting on Instagram about the driver weight reduction because that's a free mod you can do. I'm down to 290.00 if we're going to use drag racing times. 290.00. So I'm down a whole 12 pounds from 302. You and I both only got like 5 pounds on you. Well, I can tell you what a good friend of mine told me that was very healthy. He owned a gym at one point. He told me it's 90% what you eat. Damn, I'm up. It's 90% what you eat and 10% what you do. So what I do is I get on the treadmill and I walk. And I walk and I get warmed up or whatever, and then I use like the heart rate monitor thing on either like my watch or my smart watch or on the treadmill, and I'll get my heart rate up to like some crazy amount, like 170 or something. And I'll keep it like 160, 170, because that seems to be where I burn the most calories. And I'll eat, like, for example, I'll get on the treadmill, and you can look on my Instagram from when I did it before. And then, by the way, it was like 5 years ago. It wasn't like a couple years ago. I went back and looked and was like, oh, it's been a minute. So, yeah, I would burn like anywhere between 650 and 740, between 650 and 750 calories in an hour on the treadmill. And then I would only eat like the Midwest Chassis Cal Delete would be nice to put on your car. Yeah, the Cal Delete, you talking about the frame, the firewall, like complete. The whole thing that goes like right here and it goes all the way across. It's nice and smooth. It gets rid of the HVAC panel and all that. Yeah. If you're talking about that, that's definitely what I'm getting. I actually cut it back. It's cut all the way back before that. Ugh. Like it's cut all the way back to basically where it would need to be. So I haven't seen like it in person, like people with a Midwest Chassis kit, which is another reason why I want to go to the track, because if somebody's got an F-body with a Midwest Chassis firewall, like Cal Delete thing, I can see it in person and be like, oh, okay, like you can kind of wrap your head around it, but I've got it cut back far enough. I've seen some pictures on the internet, so that's kind of where it needs to be. Because, I mean, this delete panel I got from LRE, where was it from? Let me look at the toolbox. My toolbox has got stickers from everywhere. LRE Fab Shop. I think they're in Arizona or whatever. And it was like $40 or whatever. Or no, I don't think I think they sent me that. No, they didn't send me that. PRL sent me something for the car. But anyway, I think it was like $40 or whatever, and it was cool. It was like straight, like nice and flush. But then when I was clearancing out the firewall, because it's usually like it has like a little curve in it or whatever. But if you not really like a little curve, but like a small, like a little bit. But when I was clearancing it out for when I had the K24 Honda 4-cylinder engine in here, the inline 4, the back of it had like a water neck or whatever that would come out, and it basically is for the head for like cooling and stuff, like for coolant. And it stuck out like mad far. And then I got an aftermarket piece and it still stuck out like mad far. So there's certain K-series heads for Hondas, that cylinder heads, that do not have that. I think the K24 Z7 is a blank, and I think so. I think that the Z7 and the Z3, no, not the Z3, because that's what I had. I think the Z7 is blank. But one of them is, I don't know, Honda guys, you guys know. And I'm not dissing. Like, I was a Honda guy for the longest, man. I rode around in an 89 EF hatch all through town, like, for years. It was black, and then I spray painted it. My sister and I spray painted it in front of my buddy Daniel's house. It was on the, it literally was on the city street, on the city parking on the side of the road, and in front of his house. And I was like sanding the car down or whatever, and then she pulled up and was like, I've got the Missouri Cali the 8.5. Oh my bad. Hold on, Marty. Let me see what you got. I've got the Midwest Cal Delete 8.5 cert cage of mini tubs and stage 5 K member upper and lower control. Yeah, that's solid, dude. So you got the upper and lower control arms. So you got rid of the stock. You got rid of those. And you got this. You got their cage too. So you got Midwest Chassis cage. You have their 8.5 cert frame, or did you get Rock Solid Motorsports cage? I saw Rock Solid Motorsports. I think they had the mini tub kit for like $250 or something like that. Stage 5 K member. I'll have to look that up. Right now I have the I have BMR suspension. Not BMR suspension. I have BMRs. The company's called BMR, so you know. I have BMR's chromoly tubular K member or cross member for the engine, but it has the no mount style for, and it has like the swoops like this for turbo, so you can clear some snails down there. And I bought that originally when I had the K-swap. So yeah, like I said, I was denting in I was literally just beating the firewall in to get it to clear. And then now I have, and you've seen it, it was all beat up or whatever. And I did what I had to do at the time, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, the Midwest Chassis Cal firewall delete thing, look, I mean, I've seen pictures on the internet, they look amazing. They look really good. They look really good. Golly. Water's better. I'm not a fan of Gatorade. I don't really like Gatorade too much. I know, like, for me, if I drink, like, Gatorade, like, without it being mixed with water a little bit, like, cut down a little bit, I'll get sick. I can't do it, so. Yeah. So that's the deal. But as far as the car goes, I mean, if I got the RSM front right now, it would kind of be a little bit of a hindrance because I'll have to climb over stuff. I have to climb over the tube front if I have to pull this out or whatnot. Right now, if I have to pull this out, if I had an engine hoist, excuse me, which in due time, I'm not complaining. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day or a week or whatever. I don't know how long it took them to build Rome. I should find out. Holler at their contractors and be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, so like if I don't have the tube front or I have anything in the way, I can literally just pull this out. Midwest Chassis dropout stage 5 K member. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see what it looks like. I've been pretty happy with the BMR one. I mean, it's pretty beefy. It's beefy enough for what I need. I'm not using it for engine mounting at all. I mean, you can see I've got the engine plate or whatever. But I have thought about getting some travel limiters from Motion. Motion Raceworks has these travel limiters. I think that's what they call them or whatever. And they're basically like, they got a couple of Heim joints and then you have the actual like bar stock or whatever. And they go to like the side of the block on each side to keep it from moving. Because, you know, when you have an engine with an engine plate, if this is the front of the engine with the engine plate and you're looking at it from this way, you're looking at this right here, right? The engine will tilt backward and forward, you know what I'm saying? And it'll cause this to flex, so the travel limiters will keep it from, I was just explaining it for people who don't know or whatever. But yeah, so I've thought about getting that and then bringing those down to the tubular K member, the BMR one. So, but yeah, I mean, it's right now, the next things that I would like to take care of. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall off this chair. Next things I'd like to take care of on the car, not in any like particular order, but like important things that need to be done is the K member for the transmission or the cross member, the transmission mount, cross member mount thing. You know, it goes like on F bodies, it starts here, right? And then it goes like, it's like 2 bolts and it goes over, like it goes down, like it's weird. And then like the other 2 bolts are here. So it's like offset on the frame, right? Like, well, where the Power Glide's at, it's like, if it's supposed to mount here, it's like here. I'm like that far away from it. So I'll have to build like a hoop off of whatever cross member I get. So I'm basically on the hunt for a cheap cross member that I can weld onto and modify. I don't see the point in buying a brand new cross member for the transmission if I'm gonna weld and cut on it and, you know, modify it. So marketplace deal. So I'd like to get one of those. That way the transmission will be fully mounted up. I put BMR at first, but the weight difference between the two is noticeable. Oh, I got you. So you're saying, Marty, you're saying that the BMR and the Midwest chassis one's way different. So, okay, I got you. Yeah, weight is everything. You know that. Weight in a race car, what it weighs is what it pays, is what they say. So, and yeah, oh yeah, so that was another thing I was gonna talk about. It's like those these guys that go out and like they race, like you go out like snowbirds. Like if you look at my channel, there's a bunch of videos from Snowbird, the 50th annual Snowbird Outlaw Nationals or whatever. It's in Bradenton, Florida, at BMP, Bradenton Motorsports Park. And when I went there, that was my first. I've never been to Gator Nationals in Gainesville, so I've never seen any of those top fuel funny cars or any of that crazy stuff. But when I went there, that was literally my first exposure, like up close for an extended period of time to real deal, really good deal. There's a funny video about that. I'll tell you later. So big, like actual drag cars, like big tire and like serious stuff, you know? And that was a cool experience. I mean, I was there for, we took the RV and I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. RSM has a universal cross member. I'll have to look at it. Because this one, I haven't modified this cross member at all. So I could probably sell it or whatever and get something else. Upgrade later. You know what I mean? It's worth noting though, because what it weighs is what it pays. So weight is everything. I have a lot of things that I want to take care of before I start upgrading some aftermarket parts. Like you have the control arms. My control arms are the stock ones from 1999. They gotta go. I mean, there's a lot of serviceable parts that are just, I mean, this car sat. I mean, I got the car and I did my little thing or whatever, and then it blew up and I parked it. And then I messed around with the Honda engine for so long. And the big thing with that was, man, I got to the point where I was like, I was talking to some guys about it. Like I remember I talked to, who did I talk to? I talked to Cooper, because he has the 2JZ in his Camaro. I talked to him about his stuff. And I've been watching other people with engines and things that don't belong. I was watching them and I was seeing that they were having a hard time competing and finding a class that they would fit in, you know, and be competitive, you know, and not get like mollywopped over the head, you know. And I'm not saying Cooper don't have a fast car. That thing is fast. I mean, it's run sevens before on an iron block. And don't sleep. The guy's got an all aluminum, billet aluminum 2JZ block. He showed it in a few videos or whatever, but he didn't do anything with it. And I know he probably didn't get rid of that thing. He's probably got that thing pigeonholed away. So when he's done with the iron block game and he really wants to lose some weight on that car, he'll slap that thing in there. And I know that thing. He'll touch sixes with that. He'll touch sixes with that. The Hispanic in me is telling you right now. And I'm not even Puerto Rican. I'm telling you. He'll touch sixes with that car. You know? So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to upgrade on the car and whatnot. There's a lot. But, you know, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I have a lot of fun with it. It's just, like I said, you know, when I bring you guys in here and I do stuff, I want it to be entertaining and fun, and like I want you to enjoy the journey. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to sit there and watch me clean the floor. Like, you know what I mean? I want it to do cool stuff, you know? So you can't do cool stuff every day. And like, I feel like, you know, if I branch out like I have been, doing other stuff as well, and peppering that in, and touching the car once a week. Like, what am I rattling on? Oh, it's one of the something else from the car. But once I touch on stuff, touch on the car and sprinkle some other stuff, it'll work out good. Marty says, in April in Monroe, Louisiana, they're having an F-Body Fest. Can't remember the dates off the top of my head. So is that like the F-Body thing, like the nationwide? I saw it last year and I thought about going, but I don't know if it was in Louisiana. Are you saying this one's in Monroe, Louisiana? I've been to Louisiana before, and the roads are they're not good. Like I was over there a couple years back, a few years back, was Hurricane Ida for work or whatever, and I remember I was driving around or whatever, and I was trying to find my way around, and there's like I was in Hammond. And the roads were horrible. Like you couldn't see the markings on it. The traffic pattern grid was not like your traditional like intersection. It was like this. The roads were all like twangled and intertwined or whatever. Like if you pulled out a Walmart, you were in a subway station. Like I don't know. It was crazy. But yeah, I was close to Monroe because I was staying in Opelousas at a hotel for the work that I was doing, because I was driving everywhere. Man, I was driving a lot. Me and my buddy Jay, we both did this job or whatever, and we were driving from Opelousas, Louisiana, which is like, Louisiana's like this, right? You have like a boot, right? Am I doing it backwards? I don't know. But anyway, you have like a boot. No, it's like this, yeah. So you have a boot, right? And New Orleans is like down here, okay? And Monroe's like up here somewhere. So I was like right here, like this far away, like on my finger from Monroe or West Monroe or whatever, Alexandria, and then you have like Opelousas. Going this year for sure. That's what's up, man. Post some stuff. I don't know if you have Instagram, post some stuff on Instagram and tag me in it so I can see it. And just at HOSS Garage and put it in there so I can see. I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's gonna be dope. So anyway, like I was saying, so I was driving from here all the way to New Orleans, across Lake Pontchartrain, which is the largest lake in North America, by the way. What state are I? What Marty says, what state are you in? I'm on the Florida-Georgia line, like the band, brother. I'm right on the Florida-Georgia line. So yeah, I was driving from Opelousas down over to New Orleans, up across Lake Pontchartrain to a little town called Covington, and then back to Opelousas, all in one day. And we did that 7 days straight for 6 weeks. That was a lot of miles, man. That was tough. So I definitely got some seat time in there, but I think I passed by it. What was really cool is when I would come up from Covington, I would cross the Mississippi River, and I'd take some state road in Louisiana. I don't remember, but it was state road. I want to say it was State Road 20 or something. I don't remember, but there was a drag strip out there. You would pass. It was a middle of nowhere, just empty field. Reminded me of like states like Oklahoma and Texas, where it's like flat as you know what, pancake flat. And I pull up, I'm driving, and I seen this open field, and there's like some cows, and then I see this like raceway or whatever, and I see you can see it. The tower, the stands, and the drag strip out in the middle of nowhere, man. It was like some Midwest America stuff. It was really cool. And I remember I was driving by one night, and they were running cars out there. It was pretty sick. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't get to go to a race there, but I didn't have time. I was burning both ends of the candle, man, you know? I was there for work, not fun. So, but this is fun. Like I said, it's fun to do and fun to work on and whatnot. So I have a lot of ambitions to get it finished this year. I don't know. I'd like to say that I'd get it done this year. I don't know. We'll play it month by month and see what happens. It would be cool to have it fired up. That's for sure. But you know, everybody has goals in life and what they want to accomplish, and some things you got to prioritize things in levels of importance. And I'm not saying that this isn't important, but you know, your family's important, and you know, you gotta, you know, you gotta make moves. You gotta calculate your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get it done right. You gotta make plans. If you plan to fail, am I sinking this chair? Dang, Harbor Freight. What's the icon? It shouldn't be sinking like that. I know the weight limit on this chair is 350. I don't know. I'm way under that now since I've been working out. Eating right anyway. So, but yeah, I really had fun doing this live stream thing, man. It was cool. I mean, it's been chilling, hanging out, talking, shooting the breeze and stuff, hanging out. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I mean, if this becomes like a thing, if you guys want to do this more, just let me know in the comments of whatever video, you know, like, hey, I liked it, I enjoyed it. Marty, I'm in Texas, hoping that my governor will keep up the fight at the border. Yeah, I don't really get into that much stuff, you know what I mean? I used to, but like I get really passionate about things, and it's sometimes good things can be very distracting. Company here, great watching, see you soon. Yep. You already know, John B. Hey, door's right there, brother. Let's work it out. Let's plan it. If you come down the area, man, let's plan it out. I will break the diet just for you. I'll break that thing like a newspaper in the rain. Trust me. We'll definitely break bread, brother. And it'd be nice to get you in the car back together. That was, you know what's crazy? Now we're on that subject. That was like my dream, like my ultimate, like when I found out the story about the car, yep, 3.5 foot trailer looked last night. That's what's up, man. You're a real one for sure. I appreciate you. When the guy I got this car from told me, hey, there's a guy that might be calling you, or like he might message you or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that, whatever. And then when I watched your video on the car, because I'm assuming like we talked, and then you made that video. I don't know how it worked out, but when I think that's what it was. I don't know, or maybe you talked to him, Bradley or whatever, when he had it. But when I watched that video, when I talked to you and I heard your story about the car, that's probably one of the coolest car stories I've ever heard, like my whole life. If anybody watching hasn't seen John B's video, if you go to my channel and you go to the L8T Swap Camaro playlist, his video's in there, and it tells the whole story about how he got this car and how it went down the path it went, and how he found it. And he tells you how special the car, is, but like I said, my dream thing was like, it'd be really cool to get this thing running and drive it up there and park it right in front of the house when it was parked in Auto Trader. Yeah, Marty, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night, brother. I appreciate you. I might do this again Wednesday night, so come back and see me, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I would think it would be cool. And then when we went to Summit and we met up there or whatever, you were telling me about Orange Crush. This car the name was Orange Crush, and it used to rule the streets of Forsyth. And I'm thinking like, man, because he told me that everybody knew Orange Crush, and I was like, how can I incorporate Orange Crush into the car? Because I think it's important. Like, to me, things like that are important. You know what I mean? So I'd like to incorporate that somehow, because I think it's it's cool, man. It's very cool. So, but yeah, I've had a good time. It is I think it's 74 minutes. So what's that? An hour is 60, so it's 14. That's what's up. I had a great time doing this. The live stream was cool. Let me know down in the comments if you made it this far. If you're re-watching this in the future or you're watching the replay of the live stream, I hope you enjoyed it as well. Check out the other videos in the playlist. I'll drop it in the description after the video, like this live stream posts into a video. And follow the build. It's it's a big journey. We've had a good time doing it so far, and there's a lot of stuff in the future to come. So with that being said, make sure you hit the like button on this video, this live stream or video, depending on when you're watching it. It really helps the YouTube know that I'm doing something right, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And share it with a friend, because, you know, car people are car people. We share stuff all the time. So, and then give me a follow over on Instagram, because I post a lot of stuff over there. I tend to post in between over there instead of here. So you can always reach out there as well. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. How do I turn this thing off? Do I know how to technology? Do I know how to do it? I'm hitting the button. Nothing. All I'm doing is poking you in the face.